Hmm. Um, should we just throw away all of the crazy theories that's been flying around and just say that they grew apart? Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another review of 2521. This episode hurt me. I can't speak for everyone. Well, I'm pretty sure it hurt you guys. If it hurts me, then it's gonna hurt you guys. With all of the theories that has been flying around to why YiJin and HeeDo are not together in current time, I think it's safe to say after watching episode 15, they definitely grew apart. And yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. So at the beginning of the episode, we see YiJin telling YooRim that her decision will be reported on the news, and she's okay with that. She also wanted to make sure that YiJin tells the public that she's changing her nationality because of money reasons. She doesn't want her parents to be involved. Huge respect to YooRim for that. The only downside I have, and this is just my opinion, YiJin and YooRim already knew about this, but they couldn't give their friends the heads up. YiJin continues to go through the pain that he's been dealing with in reporting people's incidents, disappointing people, hurting people. He doesn't like going through that, and people are congratulating him, while at the same time they are calling YooRim a traitor. So to stop all of that, YiJin decides to change departments. So instead of reporting on sports and hurting the people he cares about, he's now in the newsroom and he's getting a lot more busy. And that shows throughout the entire episode. Being late to the movies, not attending dinner with HeeDo and her mom, and not being at home on New Year's. Not the 2001 one, the 2002 New Year's. Here's the thing, he only changed departments so he can protect HeeDo, and he didn't want to feel that pain anymore. Here's the thing, you're still doing the same thing, it's just now that you're doing the same thing with other people and you're still experiencing the pain that you're going through, just seeing other people going through their pain. HeeDo and YiJin has sacrificed so much just to be together, and because of that, they should end up together. Well, in my opinion, it's not just my opinion, but everyone else's opinion, they should end up together. And just seeing them as a couple is just so cute. The amount of hugs that YiJin gave HeeDo in this episode was just so adorable. And then at one point in the episode, YiJin and HeeDo wanted to go on a trip together to celebrate their anniversary. When they said that their anniversary was on September 10th, I knew in my mind instantly, yeah, YiJin is not gonna make it. He's gonna be even more busier after what happens the day after. So now YiJin, he's in New York, he's trying to interview people, but the majority of them don't want to be interviewed. To be honest, I don't blame them. They're still trying to process on what happened. People they knew had passed away, people they know were still stuck in the building. I mean, there were a good handful of people who got to be interviewed, but while he was trying to interview people, YiJin is starting to feel the pain again from seeing the pain that everyone else is going through, and it's really affecting him. The fact that YiJin is going through some pain and he's getting a lot more busier, he could barely call HeeDo and vice versa. In one scene, they finally called each other, and you can tell that YiJin is just, in a slump, and he just sounds and feels horrible. And this is where HeeDo says, my support is not reaching to him, which goes back to the 2009 interview where HeeDo says she will make sure that her support reaches him. With everything that happened in this episode between HeeDo and YiJin, changing departments, what happened in New York, sacrificing sleep, well, not just sleep, but sacrificing a lot to try to still be together, I think it's safe to say that these two definitely grew apart. Alright, let's not forget about YooRim in Russia. She told HeeDo that she was doing well. Ji-yoon visited her at one point. That was really cute. But then out of nowhere, she stopped replying to HeeDo's messages. She missed 8 of them. And then she turned off her computer. And then we see an article of YooRim saying HeeDo is no match for her. We get all of the explanation during the finals between YooRim and HeeDo. Then we get to the fencing finals between YooRim and HeeDo. We know HeeDo won thanks to the 2009 interview. During their match, we get an explanation to why YooRim said HeeDo is no match for her. During an interview, YooRim told the reporters that she's close friends with HeeDo, and she knows how good HeeDo is. So she does self-hypnosis, saying to herself, HeeDo is nothing. HeeDo is no match for her. It's just a way to prep herself to go against someone who is really, really good. But the reporters made it seem like she was talking trash. So this whole thing is just a misunderstanding. After the match, HeeDo won, and both HeeDo and YooRim cried and hugged each other. These two weren't the only ones that cried. YooRim's parents cried. HeeDo's mom almost cried, but she kind of cried a little bit. And not only that, Minche cried too. Now, after the finals between YooRim and HeeDo, we jump into current time, seeing Minche cry a little bit after reading about the match, but then we get something a little bit more interesting. HeeDo knew that Minche was reading her diary, and she goes on to say that everything in the diary is filled with love and is filled with friendship, and she hopes that one day Minche will experience love and friendship like she had. At the same time, we see HeeDo revisiting the tunnel, and it's the same tunnel where YiJin cried and the words "YooRim is a traitor" was on the wall. It's also the same tunnel where the gang got drunk and just started, acting foolish. But then HeeDo said that the next diary that Minche was looking for, she lost it. The fact that the last diary is missing, I'm pretty sure you guys will come up with your own theories. But I do have one theory to where the last diary is at. I believe is with YiJin. And remember, in this episode, they're pretty much growing apart. So it makes sense for YiJin to keep the diary and pretty much remember all of the good stuff that they had together. Now, I do have one question though. So having HeeDo tell us that she knows that Minche is reading her diary, does that mean she lied about not remembering going to the beach? I mean, she does say that memories don't last forever. It makes sense. Time goes on. You may not remember everything, but it was her first time going to the beach with the gang. So that's something that you always got to remember. So again, my question is, did she lie about that? This was an amazing episode, but at the same time, I did feel a little bit down. If YiJin and HeeDo are not together in current time, and after watching this episode, seeing their relationship really being affected because YiJin is pretty much on the other side of the world, they don't have a lot of time together. YiJin is pretty much really, really busy now. Having them grow apart makes sense, and it does make the storyline become more realistic. You want to know what I find funny? Up until now, the main question that's on everyone's mind was always, is HeeDo and YiJin together in current time? After watching this episode, if they gave us the answer to that, they grew apart, I think the new question is, where's that damn diary? This episode did a good job in trying to persuade us in thinking that YiJin and HeeDo really did grow apart. That's why they're not together in current time. But here's the thing though. There was an article about people spotting Kim Tae-ri and Nam Joo-hyuk at a hospital. I mean, there's only one reason why these two would ever be in a hospital. I'm probably giving you guys like false hope. But anyway, I'm just going to end it here. That's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review. If there's anything I might have missed, please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.